The placenta and this one, he could.
No, but this particular one of consultancy services to advise you on whether the institution should be level 5 when it is already level 5 via Gazette notice of 2021. Governor, when you read this, does it make sense to you as a CEO? Did that officer give any explanation that you can relate?
4.9 also.
Because if the boss does not understand it, then it will be very difficult for the Senate to understand it.
We have details of the consultant OAG.
The gentleman standing is?
The Chief Officer for Health.
Okay, address yourself to this particular one. Procurement of consultancy services for Busia County Referral Hospital.
Yes, thank you, sir. That one was specifically for making it level 5 and especially on operationalization of the ICU. Initially, it was actually registered as level 5, but it was scaled down, and it is now at level 4 because certain services were not there. So that is what the consultants was all about. So that was done, what is required, and the process was started. And Chair, we are hoping to have some money allocated in this supplementary so that we can now operationalize the ICU and then we get...
If I ask the ESCC to look into these files, you'll be comfortable?
Absolutely, sir.
Please, ESCC, take that up. Because on the surface of it, this looks like a scam.
Yes.
So go and explain that to the investigative body.
And Chair, I agree with you, it's only 4.9, 4.9, 4.9, just below 5 million. For Isimang business because they are not subjected to procurement processes.
Why do you have an appetite for 4.9 million, Chief Officer?
4.9, is there...
Because the next matter is also 4.955 million.
4.9.
Consultancy.
An affinity to 4.9.
What do you have to say about irregular procurement of consultancy services on ICU at Busia County Referral Hospital?
Also 4.9.
Yes, Chair, thank you. That was, the figure allocated was 5 million. Though what was captured was 4.9. And that was what I was explaining.
Oh, that was a different query. That was query number 12. This is query number 13.
Chair.
Senator Abua.
Maybe, Chair, for the benefit of understanding.
Senator Abua.
I want to understand from the governor now, actually. When a facility is being upgraded from one level to the other, what do you need consultant services for? Who is supposed to consult for what? I think there is a requirement for a facility to move from one level to another. It's about service provision. So if you are providing better services at this level, and then some experts in the ministry might realize, no, this cannot be level 2 now, this can be upgraded to level 3. Why do you need a consultant to advise you on moving from one level of hospital to another?
1.5 billion.
Chair, maybe what I need to explain a bit before I allow the Chief Officer to proceed. When we came in, we found that there was just an arbitrary registration in the county here, saying that this is now facility level 4, this is level 5. It was just done arbitrarily. But we all know that there's a method and process which you have to go for that classification. And it's not even done by the county. I think there's a national body that goes through that process. But when we had come in, that's what we found. And we were now having problems with affiliation, even with the donors and even with the national institutions, because we had not been captured anywhere in the records. Some were level 3, some were just health centers, but in our records they were showing that. But anytime we needed some collaborative efforts in terms of the level of facilities, that data was not being captured. So that's why we say...
So, Governor, then you go to a consultant to come and advise you on the level of your hospital.
Chair, maybe I can allow the Chief Officer...
But I thought you put it right. There is a way of classifying facilities.
But Chair...
I see no role of a consultant.
Let us allow the through the chair, allow the chief officer maybe just to explain what else they were trying to capture beyond that, because I had him talking about ICU, I don't know what. I think there was
Actually,
something.
the audit queries that there were no terms of reference.
Chair, if,
So we cannot allow him to give us orally a term of reference
Chair, coincidentally,
if the Auditor General did not get the.
coincidentally, Chair, on query number 12 and 13, they are correlated. Because it's about this advice on the Busia County Referral Hospital. And if you look at them, they are 4.9 each, 4.9 each. So it was segregated to beat the law. Because the bottom line is consultancy. So it's almost 4.9, I think that's around 9-10 million. So they separated. They were governor. It looks like the advisory were based on the same issue, but they were segregated into two to beat the procurement process. So why were you being advised on the advice to advise?
Because the quorum bell is ringing, and Governor, as a former member of parliament, you know what that means. We might not be able to go much further, but these two related issues, these consultancies, is a smoking gun. And Governor, it should concern you that such matters are being reported about your entity, especially during your time in office. So please go back and take action, take administrative action. It does not mean firing. Administrative action does not mean firing. It could be capacity building, it could be warning, it could be reprimand. But I think these two consultancies, EACC, please add it to your index, because you are the ones with the capacity now to investigate and to let us know whether money was well spent. Honorable members, we'll come to closing remarks, if any.
No, they are not closing. They are
And
There's no closing.
Governor, I will give you an opportunity to make your closing remarks. I remembered you had not welcomed us to Busia. I don't know whether you are still in the mood to welcome us, or you are in the mood for us to leave.
Chair, thank you so much. I think, as you said, when we started, I didn't get that opportunity. But yesterday, those we were with, both the leadership and those we interacted with later, we were able to welcome you. But especially now for PAC, I think this is a historical moment, as somebody said. It will be registered for posterity that we had a meeting here in Busia to look into how best, the county government, holding the county government to account on behalf of the people of Busia and the people of Kenya, where the Senate plays its oversight role. So we'll just have to say we take it in a stride. We are in a very good mood because we have taken quite, the 2 hours have gone too fast. I thought it would be a long day, and as Chair, you had observed, I was a bit tired. But I think now I'm rejuvenated because it has highlighted quite a number of issues that some we have been talking about. I think the officers have now seen the importance of some of the issues that we have been saying. We have had the opportunity for the members of the PAC, of the Assembly, to also be able to see how best, to hold us to account, the way you have just said. Some things don't need to go all the way to the Senate. We should be dealing with policy issues, how to strengthen institutions. Those basic primary role oversight can be done by the county assembly, and I think that has come out very clearly. So where we have been pointed out by the Senate, as I have said, we take it in a stride that that's the oversight role, and we need to go back and look into what to do. I think also my people have seen the importance of documents, which is also something I've been having issues with. And Chair, I think maybe just because some of the documents, again, as usual, were submitted late, because I've already written to some of these officers on some of these issues we are raising. If you read through, you'll find that the issue was the governor should take some action on the officer or officers. The other issue, Chair, that has come out very clearly, I think in our organogram, either because of the way it has taken long to have the staff establishment, which I can see was also an issue here, it brought out that glaring issue, and it's up to us again to take that administrative measures to make sure we put that in place. And yeah, that's all I can say. Otherwise, I hope outside this, you are going to have opportunity to really see the human, what can I say, the social side of the Senate. Some people may think here that now, because of the questions they were being asked, they will be saying, hii watu ni ngumu sana. But I hope they are also going to have opportunity to see the human side. I mean the social side as we interact. I'm not trying to say we are not human. So I'm looking forward. I hope we'll have opportunity with some of my officers here and there to have some of those interactions so that they can be that emphasis. Otherwise, karibuni sana, sample Busia. We are also ready to take you across to Uganda. As we said, we are forming the larger Busia metropolis. Wambua, I'm sure you'll be able to relate to a lot of issues there.
And my brother Mofa. Be abducted.
Hapana, itakuwa mzuri. Otherwise, thank you so much and karibuni.
You also forgot to assure us of our safety.
Chair, I think that has been, Busia is a very safe place and we don't lock up anybody. Sometimes there are a lot of allegations, but as you said, it's part of our job hazards. Sometimes we just need to refocus on what is the real job that we need to do. All those other things is just part of, the process of working, because you know very well I could have had quite also a bit of issues to raise, but as I said, as we interact, maybe we'll be able to raise as part of strengthening devolution and part of strengthening the relationship between the Senate and devolved units. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. I will not say much more, but we shall share the list of projects that we'll be visiting on Thursday because we don't want it to be an ambush or a surprise. And Governor, I hope that with adequate notification, you'll be able to take us to some of those projects so that we are not consuming second-hand information. We wish you well. We are still here until the end of week, and I'm sure we'll continue interacting with the Assembly, with the members of the Executive. The officers accompanying the Governor, please remember, the Senate has taken a different approach. We don't just hang the Governor. Kila mtu pia lazima bebe mzigo wake. And we have gotten to the point of being able to specify and differentiate professional and individual responsibility. So please, for the Governor to be successful, it requires the entire team to pull along. So Governor, I hope you'll have a conversation with your team when you go back so that the next time we are here, we are having a different type of conversation. I don't think this was the best conversation for the Senate to have with Busia County Executive. This meeting is adjourned. The committee will meet on Thursday at 9:30 in the morning.